Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I just wanted to share something real quick with you. I'm just sitting here at my park bench. I was talking to some clients, doing some reading, and I didn't plan on shooting a video, but I read something a moment ago that I just wanted to share because I think it's so spot on for how the spiritual awakening process actually is. A lot of times, things like spiritual awakening are glamorized and seen as in a very unrealistic light, we'll say. But oftentimes what it does is it guides us to become more of a fuller embodiment of our potential self. And the best way to do that is by our higher self having us attract situations into our lives that will stretch us beyond what we thought we were capable of handling. Anyways, I'm reading this book right now, Parenting with Present. It's like a parenting book, obviously. It's an Eckhart Tolle edition, pretty cool. And the author was going on to say, I'm reading a chapter right now about stretching beyond your limits. And she was saying that though she's a pretty well-accomplished human being and a hard worker, when it comes to exercise and physical exertion, she tends to be on the lazy side. She said if she's lucky, she'll maybe make it to the gym and sit on one of those like stationary bikes and read a book and go slowly. Well, anyway, she was explaining that she was in for a rude awakening when she went into labor. And she said, again, she's not one who really likes to challenge herself physically. And she's like, I got into labor and I was like, all right, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to go through with this. I was excited about having a kid, but this is too much. Anyways, like 18 and a half hours of a miserable labor. She squeezed out like a 9.5 pound baby. And she said that, as she sat there in bed, both of her eyes were black, as she put it, because she burst blood vessels in both eyes. She said she sat there proud, like a mama lion, knowing that she can handle this new baby. That experience was, I'm guessing, miserable. Any of you women with kids can, I'm sure, relate. And yet, what is the after effect? A state of being that she gets to now embody that she would have never been able to cultivate in a different way. Our higher self will attract into our lives situations that it knows we can handle, but will stretch us beyond the limitations that we have in our minds about what we can do and what we can handle and who we actually are. So the awakening process can be a big series of intense challenges for a lot of people, but they are divinely orchestrated challenges in a meticulously, perfectly laid out structure that will allow you to systematically raise your consciousness and raise your vibration and become who you can potentially become now. And for a long time, I had the attitude of, when will it be over? I'm tired of the challenges. I don't want to go through this anymore. It's not worth it. And I was always looking to the future as a means of comfort. Now, I don't do that. Even though that can be helpful in causing us to be able to escape from our current scenario, it's a unreliable means of coping. What is more reliable and more consistent and more effective and more empowering that I have come to find is that I see the challenges as something positive. The labor experience is a prime example. It's painful. There's no way to color that in your mind as something that's not miserable. But it's also, at the same time, good and beneficial and helpful and exactly what we want and need. A lot of times we want things and we don't just get them. They don't just flow to us. What we get are experiences that will help us become the person who is naturally and easily capable of going and getting those things we want. We attract situations to mold our character so that we can be a match for what our heart wants. Anyways, I don't really have much else to share about that. I just thought it was kind of a cool metaphor. Again, it's a simple mindset shift, which is not as easy to package and hype up a mindset shift. But yet, in personally embodying it, truly, it really has drastically modified the way I experience the awakening types of challenges. I don't see them as problems. I see them as, oh wow. Initially I do, quite honestly. Initially I say, oh God, what? Oh man, bullshit. But I move past that extremely quickly. I don't get hung up on the resistance. I do my best to accept, to learn, and then grow. And that's how you or anyone can move through this awakening more smoothly, with less struggle, because a lot of the struggle is created from the resistance, and also faster. That's it, my friends. I don't have much else to add. You guys got the point. I just wanted to kind of check in with you. I was sitting here reading, and I thought it'd be nice to share. Again, I thought it was also something maybe a lot of you mothers can relate with and might get a kick out of. So anyways, I'm going to bounce. Have an amazing day. I will see y'all tomorrow. Namaste.